All right, guys, let's continue working on the process of allowing the user to add a new food item to the database. This is where we left off at. We were able to add a new category, allowed the new categories to be added dynamically into this select drop-down window. Okay. So the next step we want to do is inside our admin dashboard, we want to start setting some state data, essentially the data that's connected to the user's input fields. Okay, and that is over here in the admin dashboard at the very top where we have all of our state data. I am going to create a new one and I will call it product data, and set product data would be the method to change the state. Okay, and then use state, and this will be an object. All right, just know that when I say product, I'm implying the food item. Okay, because typically when you see e-commerce sites, you have categories and you have the products. I don't know, for me it seems kind of weird when I'm referring to a food as a product, but however, to keep up with the convention and I guess to not confuse myself later, I'm just setting it as a product. Okay, so but just know that the food item is related to I'm referring to it as the product. Okay. All right, so all the data that we're going to need for our products are everything that's here, right? Everything that we're going to need from the user input. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so we are going to need the image, the name, description. So let's start off with that. So let's see. So image, or actually I'm going to prefix all these names with product. So product image. This is going to start off as null, and then product name to an empty string, product description, DESC for the short for description, empty string, and product, let's see, product description, price, okay. Product price to an empty string, product category, empty string, and then the final one was product quantity, and that's an empty string. Okay, so we got all our fields that we will be filling in with the user inputs, with the values that the user input types in or passes down to the input fields. Now let's go ahead and destructure this data here. So let's go const from product data, and we're going to destructure the product image, the product name, product description, product price, product we got price, description, category, and then product quantity. Quantity. All right, cool. State data already, so let's go ahead and mark this off. Next thing we want to do is to add the name and value attributes onto these input fields. So back to the admin dashboard. If we go down to our form, and I'm gonna collapse a lot of these. I'm gonna collapse a lot of these functions here to make it easier for us to navigate. Let me collapse this for now. Right, handles. All right, that's better. All right. So here, going into the show food modal, let's look for the form. All right, so this is the top of the form. And if we start off here at the name, the input field for the image, what we're gonna need here is we're gonna need a name attribute, and I will call it product image. Okay. And going down to the name, I'm gonna need a name, which is gonna be product name, and then the value is product name. Description. Okay, here we're gonna need name of product description, and the value product description. For the price, let me go ahead and copy this from here. So for the price here, it's going to be product price for the value. All right, for the select tag, let's set the name over here. It's going to be name product category. And for the values, each option tag has a value, and they're coming in dynamically here. If you remember here, we got the category underscore IDs that are the values. But for the first option tag, which says essentially choose one, this is the default. Just go ahead and add an attribute here, a value, and set it to an empty string. Okay, so that's it for the select. For the quantity, we're gonna add a name of product quantity and value product quantity. Okay, cool. So that is it. We added all of our name and value attributes onto these input fields. So let's go ahead and mark this off here. And the next thing I want to do is I want to output a JSON. I want to be able to see these values being showed to me dynamically as I'm typing in here. Like if I'm typing in here, I want to be able to see somewhere that the values are being placed into the state in real time. So the way I'm going to do that is going back to the admin dashboard at the very bottom where we're rendering everything. Right above here, I'm going to do JSON.stringify and then do product data, and the product data is referring to this thing here. Okay, because remember, as the user's inputting the information to the input fields, all these fields are being dynamically filled in with what the user is typing in. So as that's happening, I want to be able to display everything. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So right now, if I do this, okay, so you see here at the very top, we have this displayed, and this is all of our state data, all this here, okay? So let's start off with the name. I'm gonna do, oh, okay, well that's not working. Let me go back, see what's, oh, I gotta add a event handler and event listener and event handler on these input fields as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's why. All right. So, but we placed the JSON at the very bottom, so we're going to be able to make use of that later on, very shortly. And let's add the event listeners onto these input fields. So for the image, let's see. All right. So for the image, I'm going to do an on change, and the handler is going to be called handle product image. And let me, yeah, okay, handle product image. And then for the name, I'm going to do on change as well. It's going to be handle product change, handle product change. And I'm going to copy this here because I can pretty much make use of it everywhere else and the rest of the input fields. So for the text area, the same thing. For the price, the same thing. And for the category, add it right in here. The quantity right in there. Okay. If you go ahead and save that, we're gonna get an error because it's saying that we haven't created these event handlers, but we're gonna do that right now. And over here where I have my comment for event handlers, inside this area, I'm gonna start off with the image. So we called it handle product image, and this gets an event object. And the first thing what I want to do here is I want to make use of the state method that changes everything. So this is set product data. So go ahead and copy that and right inside here, place that in there. And it is an object that we initially set this to be. So have your curly braces inside there. And first thing we'll do is spread out the current product data. And then we're going to do event target name, and then event target. Typically you see values, right? That's where most of these on changes and others occur, the property that we're using off the target object. However, for the image, it's going to be slightly different. There's a property called files, okay? And it's an array, and we want to get the first object out of that array, okay? Just like this. And if we save that, that should work. But I want to do a test here. I want to do a console log, and I want to console log this exact thing right here so we can see exactly so we can see that it's working. Okay, and to remove this error, let me just set this thing up here. Set product change, and then event, and we'll just leave it empty for now. Okay, so that error goes away. All right, so let's go ahead and test this handle product image. So when I upload an image from my file system, I should get a console log with that file and information about that image. So over here, okay, I'm gonna add food, and here I'm gonna browse. I'm gonna select this image here, open, and if I look at my console, look to the right, you see we get the file. So it's working. All right, and this file object, as I said, it has properties. It has the name of the file, the size of the file, the type, and but these are the main ones that we have. So we have some properties that we can make use of. All right, so that's good. That is working. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so the console log, okay. So we can go ahead. I'll leave that for now. Okay, good. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to the other event handler, and that was the handle product change. All right, and again, we're gonna make use of that handle product data function. Pass in the object, and then we're gonna spread out the current product data, whatever's currently there. and then event target name, and then the value is going to be event target values. Okay, so that should do the trick. All right, so we took care of, let's see, the event listener, and we have the event handler. So let's go ahead and test this thing out, make sure that everything's working now. So again, remember I'm displaying this JSON here at the very top, just for testing purposes, just to see that we're getting the data in dynamically. And we already know that the image is working, right? We upload and we saw in the console. But now let's do, let's see, a name of a food item. Let's see, we had pasta, so let's do how do you even spell fettuccine? Fettuccine, okay? And then say oh, and by the way, okay, so you see here, right, the first one, name. Why is this? Okay, wait, something's wrong, because right now I'm not even showing all the, wait, give me a second here. All right, what went wrong? Handle product change. Handle product change. Handle product change, event target name, event target value, product data. Was it value? Event target. Was it singular? Was that what it was? Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so instead of values, it was supposed to be value. Okay, so look at the top here. So I'm gonna type in fettuccine, and look, you can see in real time at the very top, it's being placed inside the JSON. I can do the same thing here. A taste of, and you can look up here, look in this area here, a taste of Italy. Okay, so that's working. 15, we see it there for the price. For the select, let's test that one out. This is a pastas category. Okay, there we go. So you see here in the value for product category for pastas, remember the value that it's coming in dynamically from the server side, and the value is the category's ID. So that's why over here in the product category we have this crazy value here with numbers and whatnot, and that's supposed to be the ID of that category in the database. Okay, but it's working. And let's do quantity, and you see here it's working as well. All right, great. So that should take care of everything. We have all the values that okay, so that's it for now. I will continue on in the next lecture. See you then.